I can't breathe. These three words have been ingrained in my head due to the murders of Eric Garner and George Floyd. It's absolutely devastating.
I'm on a journey to discover, uncover, and recover love. Now, as a national playwright, I've penned dozens of shows about relationships. As a filmmaker, I've documented the most beautiful committal of lovers at weddings. And as a divorcee, I know firsthand the brevity of marriage and the pain of its loss. I'm Laterra Whitfield, and welcome to the Dear Future Wifey podcast.
Welcome to the Dear Future Wifey podcast. I'm your host, Laterra Whitfield. Today's episode is going to be a little unconventional than the regular format. Each episode ends with me writing a letter to my future wifey. And so, because I have so many emotions going on due to the climate of the United States of America, I decided to just skip all the way through that and express what I'm feeling in a letter. Writing is my highest form of communication, and so this is going to be a pretty short episode. Dear Future Wifey, the current events and climate of the U.S. is painfully depressing. Too many of us African Americans are being killed by white officers without punishment, and the recent murder of George Floyd was the straw that broke the camel's back. I am that camel. My mind is in a never-ending game of double dutch. However, this is not a game. It's the tragic reality of today. My mind. One rope is Martin and the other Malcolm. One rope is my Christianity, the other represents me before Christ. One rope is peace, the other act the fool. As I watch the rope swing, I'm calculating the precise time to jump in. Which rope is going to hit me? Which response will the world receive from the knee-jerk reaction of being struck? Will I turn the other cheek like Martin, or will I, by any means necessary, like Malcolm? Will I pray for my oppressors as required by my Lord and Savior, or will I hit the streets and protest, rally, riot, or do whatever it takes to boldly send a message to the establishment that clearly states, no more games, this means war? Memes flood my timeline. I've been inundated by videos ranging from peaceful protests to all-out mayhem on television and the web. Today, as I write this, it's a blackout Tuesday on social media. People were even divided on how and if we should represent this. Some felt it meant to be silent, and now wasn't the time for that. It was election day in many states. Others felt it was a clear sign of solidarity. Many posted the black square without even knowing its derivative. The movement originally began under the hashtag, "The show must be paused," and is the brainchild of two black women who work in music marketing, Jamila Thomas and Brianna Agumong. Know this about me. I've never been a follow the bandwagon dude. I believe in research. I can't breathe. These three words have been ingrained in my head due to the murders of Eric Garner and George Floyd. It's absolutely devastating. I saw a meme 2 days ago that lifted my spirit and had me curiously anticipating the power of your love. It stated, "I'm trying to love a black man so good he forgets the world is against him." Future wifey, now that's essential. Be my safe place. I promise to be that for you. Imagine us laying in the bed, Netflix and chilling. I can't breathe should be what you say after I pass gas and jokingly pull the covers over your head. You're annoyed by the juvenile act, but it's not a life or death situation. I can't breathe should be a phrase that faintly escapes your lungs from the full weight of my body collapsing on top of you after we simultaneously reach ecstasy. Lastly, I can't breathe should be giggled from our toddler after hugging them so tightly and lengthenedly to express our love. But I'm a black man.
Thank you for listening to the Dear Future Wifey podcast. Remember, be lit, live intentionally and transparently, and don't stop loving. Make sure to subscribe to our Dear Future Wifey YouTube channel. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. We welcome your support. Simply share our podcast with your friends and family.